Well, things are starting to get really spicy over at the Witcher Steam forums, and anytime something like this goes down, where you have a whole bunch of controversy over a particular choice within a video game and whatnot, the Steam forums end up being the battleground because you really don't have any other option in terms of having a discussion over games unless you want to go somewhere crazy like 4chan or Reddit or something like that. So the Steam forums end up being the battleground, and now Witcher 3 apparently is banning all discussion, not just on woke stuff, but anti-woke as well, and real-world politics from the entire forum.
There are no gods here. There are only monsters.
Now, I've been receiving reports and messages about people being banned from these Steam forums, and ultimately, at the end of the day, I gotta tell these people that this is nothing new, right? This is nothing shocking. It's still crazy, and we're gonna talk about it, but it's nothing new and it's nothing shocking. They go straight to the damage control as fast as they possibly can anytime there's drama like this that goes down. And in this particular situation, where you have Ciri obviously being the centerfold of all the drama happening within The Witcher 4, it was only a matter of time before the Steam forums ended up becoming a battleground between both sides, and that's exactly what went down. So let's get into this article from Phantom Pulse, but of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Steam forum bans discussions on woke, anti-woke, and real-world politics. Then it says that the forum banned discussion on those things in a pin post on the forum, which moderator Sardu Kar announced that woke, anti-woke, and real-world politics were banned. He wrote, "These topics are forbidden here. If you post them or want to talk about them and do it here, your post will be removed. You may be banned. Please keep this in mind before posting. Thank you, and let's all look forward to The Witcher 4. Now, here's the thing, okay? I can understand why they go into heavy moderation, because to be honest with you, the conversation could get pretty wild pretty quickly. But anytime you try to stifle conversation, all you're going to do is make things worse. I keep telling people this all the time, and they never listen, because moderators, for all intents and purposes, are usually pretty damn drunk with power, and they'll do anything they can to try to silence dissent or, try to control the conversation and control the narrative. You're only going to make things worse. I think the overall community sentiment is pretty damn obvious, because if you look at this post right here, look at the screenshot, what do you see? They hit this thing with 127 clown emojis. Like they literally hit it with 127 clown emojis on Steam. That is insanity. And they did it anyway. They don't care, because they don't want people talking about this stuff, because they don't have a Witcher 4 forum necessarily just yet, and they decided to take it out on Witcher 2 and Witcher 3. Then this ban comes in the wake of at least one player getting banned from the Witcher 2 Assassins of King Steam forum for hateful, misogynistic, abusive invective after criticizing Ciri's character design and the decision to make her a Witcher in The Witcher 4. Ex-user Pirate Nation shared a screenshot of one player receiving a permanent ban for writing the following: "They made Ciri an ugly, generic, self-insert 25% male. They story they chose for this trailer is yet another oppressed woman fanfic. They already ruined the lore because Ciri is not a Witcher, never underwent the mutations, so it makes no sense to give her Witcher eyes and abilities." Well, that's because, again, to be fair, they are going to ruin the lore, and they are going to make her an official Witcher. She is going to go through the trial of the grasses. She is going to actually take the mutagens and whatnot. She will actually do all this stuff. So that's why she has the eyes in the trailer. That's why she's drinking the potions, because they know that they couldn't make her do any of that without actually making her a real Witcher by the definition of the word Witcher, at least according to the world lore, you know? The player added just another DEI-infested fanfic game from people that don't know the original material, don't care, and want to ruin what you enjoy. We have seen this pattern again and again over the last 10 years, and we already know what the fake responses will be. Don't like it? Don't buy it. True. True. So damn true. It's not released yet. Yup, that's what the shills say. You just don't like because of women, even though they themselves have turned the female character into a man. Exactly. He concluded, "How many times do we need to teach you this lesson? Get woke, go broke. RIP CD Projekt Red." Now, I don't know why people are just now realizing that CD Projekt Red has gone woke. And again, it's not even because of the Ciri thing, because making Ciri the main protagonist is not a woke decision. In my opinion, I've said this many times, it was pretty obvious that they were going to go with Ciri. It was only a matter of time. The method that they went with her, though, and what they turned her into is what I disagree with. Not choosing Ciri in general, just how they are presenting her. It is definitely not what Ciri is. It's not what Ciri should have been. And you got people out there that are being Wikipedia warriors, and they're very, very much disingenuous over the entire situation. And they're like, well, Geralt referred to her as a Witcher. Yeah, referred to her as one of the Witchers because she basically grew up with them, right? She had a little bit of training with them. She grew up with them, but ultimately she's not a Witcher. He never wanted her to take the Trial of the Grasses. He never wanted her to fully commit to being an actual, real Witcher. So he only referenced her as such as part of the family. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? But she wasn't actually a Witcher. And this is what they try to do. They try to disingenuously misrepresent what it actually meant when they had that conversation. They also did it in the books as well. When they reference her as a Witcher in the books, it's only doing so as, hey, yeah, you're part of us. You're one of us, but you're not actually a Witcher. You get what I mean? And we already know, again, what the fake responses will be. He concluded, so the player was banned, with the ban stating that hateful, misogynistic, abusive invective, off-topic culture war spam, bait, in addition, clearly uninterested in any form of civil and or constructive discourse whatsoever. How do you know that? How do you know that? You see what I mean when it comes to the mods not having any, like, the mods are just so drunk with power that they don't have anything going for them, so they just want to control the conversation in the little space they have control in. And that's what's happening here. How would you think that they're not going to want to have a creative discussion or a discourse? Look at the original post. I think it's fair. I think it's okay to ask these questions. I think it's okay to assume what the responses are going to be because we see it all the time. I don't think it's bad at all. All this comes following the release of the Witcher 4 trailer, which has been criticized by a significant portion of gamers. Listen, I think at this point with the Witcher 4, I've said it before in my other videos, and I'll say it again. I think with The Witcher 4, we are at the point now where there's people outside of The Witcher having a ton of opinions about The Witcher, right? There's people, and you're perfectly allowed to do that, by the way. I'm never going to tell you you're not allowed to speak on something just because you didn't play it or whatever. That's what the shills do. I'll never tell you to do that. But I think now the conversation has gotten so loud because there is so many voices involved that at this point now it's just becoming kind of like a dumbed down version of it where people, like, I'm trying to have an actual real conversation about the fact that Ciri was misrepresented completely terribly. In my opinion, she does not look like the Ciri she used to be, and not just in terms of physical looks, just in terms of her powers. It's been admitted they're going to nerf her. Why they're going to nerf her, I have no idea. It's only just to make her basically a female Geralt. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. They wanted a female Geralt of Rivia, and they knew that they had it through the lore because Ciri should be the next protagonist. That's what they did. So they know that she's supposed to be the next one, and they figure, hell, since we already have that in the bag, let us focus on making her a female version of Geralt to try to give as many people who don't care about it as many member berries as possible. So when they boot this game up, they're going to feel like they're playing Geralt, who happens to have titties and a vagina now. That's really all it is. So they're trying to get those member berries to get the people who are nostalgic about the original Witcher games. And some people who are still to this day playing Witcher 3 because the game's so damn vast. You could do so much with it. It's ridiculous. But ultimately, I guess we're going to find out what happens as time goes on. I don't think they're ever going to reveal how Ciri became a Witcher until you actually play the game. I don't think they're stupid enough to do that. I think that'll be very dumb because then people will make the decision about whether or not they want to buy the game based off that. Whereas if you keep it to yourself, they could just basically bait and switch it, right? They could tell you, oh yeah, we got this grand plan happening. Yeah, we got this crazy lore that we're going to do that's going to explain how she became a Witcher and why she became a Witcher and blah, 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 and all this. And then when you play the game, you come to find out, oh yeah, she just powered through it. Wow, great lore. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.